Hi everyone, today you're going to be starting an element tile project. This is what you're going to be working on with Mrs. Mata Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I will be back on Thursday. We'll continue working, and then presentations are going to begin on Friday. So this whole project needs to be ready to go by the time you walk in class on Friday. So the title of the project is Element Tile Project. Last year we had the students make a tile, but this year you're going to be making some sort of presentation. So the first thing you're going to notice is the My Element. On Google Classroom, I left a spreadsheet with all of your names, and then I have assigned you an element that you're going to be researching for this project. Everybody has their own individual element. This is not going to be a partner or a group project. You are working independently on this, and you will be working through the element that I assigned you. Mrs. Mata also has a list of these elements as well, but the spreadsheet can be found on Google Classroom. So our objective, we're going to conduct research on the elements on the periodic table and use the information to create a presentation for that element. So looking at the process, it says draw the name of one of the elements from a bin. Since I'm not here today, I have already assigned you that element, and again, that can be found on Google Classroom. You are then going to conduct research for your element, being sure to include all of the required information. And just like our career project, you want to make sure that it is in your own words, so we are avoiding any issues with plagiarism. You are then going to design some sort of presentation tool. So I'm going to leave this up to you guys. It can be a poster that you bring in. It can be a Google Slides, or it can be a Prezi. If you have another idea of some other presentation tool that you would like to use to help present your information, talk to Mrs. Mata and she will let you know if that is okay or not. But it needs to be something that you use to present your element to the class. The required information, this is really important. You're going to get a hard copy of this sheet. It is also located on Google Classroom, but on the hard copy that you get, feel free to write on it, check it off once you find the information. So, is it a metal, non-metal, or metalloid? Who discovered it and when? Some of these might be easier to find than others. Some might have an exact date, some might have a time period. So it's okay if you can't find the exact date for that one. Is it a solid, liquid, or a gas? The number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. You can actually just use a periodic table for that one because we should all know how to do that by now. The period and group numbers, so the number of the column and the number of the row on the periodic table. The family name. Atomic mass, atomic number, and symbol. Again, that's something that you should know how to find by now. How is the element used? Minimum of 2. You are going to find a Bohr model. If you just go type into Google your element and then Bohr model, it will pop up. A Bohr model looks like this. I'll show you. So if you have calcium, and you type in calcium Bohr model, something like this will pop up. This is what I'm looking for that Bohr model. So any of those pictures would be fine. You need to include 2 physical properties. I listed some examples there. What is its density? That's going to be a number. Density is actually also a physical property that we'll be talking about later on. You want to find interesting or unusual facts. Try to make these fun and obviously interesting. And then at least 2 additional photos. I encourage you to find more than that, but you need at least 2. And then you are going to be presenting all of this information to the class on Friday. So using either your poster, your Google Slides, Prezi, or something else that you got approved by Mrs. Mata, you're going to be presenting the information on Friday. And then you're also going to need a bibliography, so using EasyBib to cite any of the websites that you use during this project. And the bibliography can just be a slide at the end of your slideshow. The rubric is also here. Basically, on the rubric, as long as you are including all of the information and you put some effort into that presentation tool, so making sure it's colorful and neat, it has its pictures, and everything is clear, you'll be good to go. And then our presentation rubric is just the speaking and listening rubric that we've been using for all our presentations. So this is, again, is what you're going to be working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in class with Mrs. Mata. I will be back on Thursday. I'll be able to answer any last minute questions you have, but my expectation is that by the time I get back on Thursday, you should have a good majority of this project done. And again, Mrs. Mata can answer any questions that you guys have. Good luck, and I will see you on Thursday.